Indian Information Service Officer. He's joined by Mr. Ameya Abhyankar, Chief Executive Officer of Entertainment Society of Goa, an IAS officer of the Union Territory cadre. And we also have with us Shri Rajendra Talak, Vice Chairman of the ESG. You all would be wanting to know what is new in this edition of 47th edition of the Film Festival. I would now hand over the mic to Mr. Senthil Rajan to give you a brief about what is in store over the next 1 week. Senthil.
Thank you, sir. It's of immense pleasure for all of us, especially from the organizing team of Directorate of Film Festivals and the Entertainment Society of Goa, to welcome all of you to the 47th edition of the International Film Festival of India. As you all know, IFFI is one of the oldest festivals in Asia. It's the biggest festival in India, and living up to its tradition, we have tried to work on a program which will be one of the best that you have seen in the latest few editions of International Film Festival of India. It's been more than 12 years that we have now since been organizing it in Goa, and thanks to the efforts of Entertainment Society of Goa, we have been able to improve on the festival every year. And I would like to thank the Vice Chairman and the CEO of Entertainment Society of Goa in supporting the Directorate of Film Festivals and the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting in organizing the festival in a grand way. This year, the International Film Festival of India, as you all know, we have already announced our lineup of films. It's a selection of films from around nearly 300 films from 90 countries, which cover a mix of distinctive and variegated storylines from several nations. And it will be a real delight for all the film delegates who have registered for the festival to have a glimpse of the best of world cinema this year, and also the best of Indian cinema this year in the Indian Panama section. As far as IFFI is concerned, every year we honor one of the most eminent filmmakers of the world with a Lifetime Achievement Award. And this year, as you all know, the legendary Korean filmmaker Im Kwon-taek is being honored with the Centenary Film Personality, with the Lifetime Achievement Award of the year. As far as the Centenary Film Personality of the Year is concerned, this year we have decided to honor Shri S.P. Balasubramaniam, who's completing 5 decades in the industry this year, and he is exceptional, and we are honoring him in recognition of his exceptional journey in Indian cinema as a singer, actor, and producer. He has been one of the most prolific singers of the country, with more than over 40,000 song recordings in multiple languages. As far as the movie screenings itself is concerned, this year IFFI is going to set a history of sorts in the number of gala screenings we have as a special screening effort. We have 4 world premieres and 6 international premieres, with almost all the entire red carpet, entire cast and crew of most of these films coming here to Goa for the first time. Again, we would like to thank the CEO of ESG and the Govt of Goa for providing some additional funds for this purpose, so that we could get such a galaxy of cast and crew from all these special gala screening films. In addition to that, we have 26 Asian premieres and 104 Indian premieres, and we have several Oscar-winning entries of different countries, as it was last year. The festival's opening film is After Midge, by a masterpiece with veteran writer and director late Andrzej Wajda. We pay tribute to him. It is a film which is his last film, and he passed away just last month. And we will have the almost entire cast and crew of that opening film joining you at a press conference later in the afternoon. We also have a grand opening ceremony at the Shyama Prasad Mukherjee Stadium, where the Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Shri Venkaiah Naidu, will be inaugurating the festival. And the festival will begin by paying tribute to all. We will be celebrating, I would rather say, celebrating and tracing the journey of women in Indian cinema in the opening ceremony. And it will be an act choreographed by the eminent Bollywood choreographer Ganesh Acharya. The chief guest for the opening ceremony will be Shri Ramesh C.P. Saab, who is the director of one of the biggest, first and biggest blockbusters of Indian film history, which is Sholay. And the closing ceremony, the chief guest will be Shri S.S. Rajamouli, the director of Bahubali, again one of the directors of the latest blockbuster in Indian cinema. So IFFI as a festival is a storytellers festival, and this year both the chief guests symbolize some of the best of storytellers that India has produced in the last 100 years of Indian cinema history. So we are celebrating directors this year. And in the Indian Panorama section, once again, we have a collection of 46 films. We have 47 films, 26 feature and 21 non-feature films. The opening film for the Indian Panorama section is Ishti, a Sanskrit film. Second time in a row, we are inaugurating the festival with a Sanskrit film. And this time we have a very good collection of Indian Panorama films for all of you. As far as the Midfest film is concerned, we have again a film from Venezuela, which is Tamara. And the closing film is the official Oscar entry of Korea to the Republic of Korea, which is also a partner country this year. And the film is called Age of Shadows, a film by Kim Ji-woon. As I already mentioned, this year we have, as our partner country, we have the Republic of Korea. We have a very big delegation coming from Korea to visit the festival. And there will also be some special workshops. We have Indo-Korea co-production workshop where eminent producers from both India and Korea will be present to discuss international projects. The special, apart from that, we are also looking at other ways in which we can collaborate with Korea in the area of films. As far as the international competition is concerned, apart from the regular competition section of 15 films, IFFI again has decided to recognize young and upcoming talent from across the world. And so we have introduced a new prize, which is the Centenary Award for Best Debut Feature of a Director. So it's a competition for films, competition for debut directors, which we have introduced this year. And we hope that we will be able to introduce new directors to the world. And this is a new initiative that we have done this year at IFFI. Just as last year, IFFI is also collaborating with the International Council of Film and Television and Audiovisual Communication and UNESCO for the new prize. Last year we had given the ICFT UNESCO Federico Fellini Medal, but this year we would be presenting the ICFT UNESCO Gandhi Medal to a film which reflects the ideals of peace, tolerance and non-violence. The festival will also be paying special tributes to filmmaker Andrei Vazda and also the Iranian filmmaker Abbas Kiarostami, who passed away early this year. IFFI is making a special effort to reach out to specially able children and people with special audio-described technology films under the Accessible India campaign. And as part of effort, we have a 3-film package which are specially audio-described for people who are blind so that they can enjoy a film. And we also have a workshop where we would like to sensitize producers as to how they could make such audio-described films in collaboration with Saksham.
First time, right?
And this is the first time we are doing it. As usual, we now, in our other than the film section, we believe that IFFI is not just a place where we screen movies, but we also believe that it is a place where we set new trends, new technologies are introduced. And for the first time in India, IFFI is introducing a totally new technology in cinema projection, which is called laser projections. Projectors are being used, which is the latest in technology being introduced, which has just been introduced abroad. And for the first time, we are using such projectors in IFFI here at Goa. The entire international section will be screened on laser projector at which we have partnered with Barco for this, and they have provided us the best in latest cinema projection here for IFFI for this year, and we hope you all will enjoy it. We also have master classes, workshops from eminent panels. We have continued our collaboration with the Oscar Academy. So we have some people from the Oscar Academy coming. The list is already available with you on the website. We will also have our In Conversation series, which we had last year. We will be conversing with eminent directors and actors, producers as part of the In Conversation series. We also doing a special as part of the Swachh Bharat campaign. We are also screening films of the short films which were recently awarded at the national level by an all India contest which was conducted by NFDC, and we have 20 such short films which have been recognized, which have been selected for their excellence, and those films will be screened here at IFFI. We also made a small section which we have carried from Delhi. As you all know, this year Goa was host to the BRICS Summit, and we have brought in a package of films which was actually organized by us as a part of the BRICS Film Festival, and we have brought in the award-winning films of the BRICS Film Festival here as a special package this year as part of the BRICS initiative. So all in all, we hope that this next 9 days is going to be a carnival of cinema, and we believe at IFFI 2016 it is a place where movies mean more than anything. Thank you.
May I now request Mr. Amey Abhinkar to give his views and brief you about, actually he is the person behind making of IFFI 2016. Amey.
A very warm welcome to all delegates for the 47th International Film Festival of India 2016. A very warm welcome to all our friends from media. First of all, I want to dedicate this new media center that we made to all our friends from the media. Every year when I came last year, I used to see that the press conference room and the allied facilities for the media were not up to the mark. And there was a lot of congestion over there, a lot of chaos. So this year we started with a new media center. The idea was to have it close to the red carpet so that arrivals on the red carpet can be covered in a more smooth and hassle-free way by the media. They are able to get bites from important celebrities, distinguished guests who are walking the red carpet. So we are also putting in place certain arrangements for refreshment for the media and charging stations for cellular phones, etc. So it will come probably by end of day today. This year, our focus was to try and ensure that delegates have a smooth and hassle-free access to the film festival. So it all began with shifting the area for delegate registration card and kit pickup from the Entertainment Society of Goa to Kala Academy. Yesterday we had a bit of a technical problem. One of our servers went down and took some time to restore it, but I think I was checking since today morning. Things are very much under control and everything is proceeding smoothly. So we apologize for the inconvenience people had to face yesterday, but it was purely on account of a technical problem which is now fully resolved. This year, the film festival, we've introduced RFID cards. So all delegate cards have RFID enabled. There will be access readers for RFID cards. This will help us to basically generate a heat map and understand which movies are more popularly sought by delegates. We also kept a barcode on that just in case as a fail-safe. So there is no inconvenience to anybody. Our ushering teams have been properly briefed. We want to evacuate people as soon as possible. This year, as far as ticketing is concerned, we've also introduced a system of online reservation. So you can reserve a ticket online, but you have to redeem it at one of the collection counters. So there will be a ticketing counter specifically dedicated for redemption of online reservations. And those have to be redeemed within 2 hours of the start of the show. So that actually ensures that people don't book tickets and not turn up. We've given this facility, it's not an online booking of seats, so you can't book your seat online. You can reserve it and then you come and redeem it. So this is just a IT digital enablement. The other thing we're happy to announce, last year Wi-Fi was a problem in some places. So this year we've tied up with Vodafone, and as a part of sponsorship from them, we've been able to put in place a Wi-Fi network around all the venues, which is on a 200 MB bandwidth. So speed is not a problem. We are giving dedicated bandwidth to the media as well, so that in terms of uploading content, in terms of publishing stories, videos, other posts, there is no hassle whatsoever. This year the festival also has certain delights for non-delegates. So in the area between Kala Academy and the Kampal Children's Park, we have 2 events planned for general people who will not be able to come into the main festival areas. So we have a Goa High Street, which is basically a showcase property on Goan culture, Goan food, cuisine, music, entertainment, and merchandising. And then we also thought that last time around we must do something for children, because they often get left out because they can't enter the venues over there. So we decided this year to have a small children's film village, where there will be screening of movies for children and different cultural programs and different entertainment options for children. So we wanted to be an immersive family experience. I know a lot of families come to see the film festival. This year's film festival also has a showstopper. The showstopper is a new experiment that we've tried out, and that's projection mapping. So every day in the evening, on the main facade of the old GMC building, there will be a visual delight of projection mapping that will be accompanied by sound and music. And I would invite everybody to come and enjoy this spectacle of technology. Any good festival happens when there's a marriage of 3 things: great movies, very robust market, and great knowledge exchange. So we have a great programming thanks to the hard work put in by Senthil and his team. We have a fantastic offering of movies, though the festival has been brought down from 11 days to 9 days. In fact, the number of movies that are being screened have increased. So nobody has been robbed of, valuable cinema, though we've cut short on a few days of the festival. I compliment Senthil and his team. They work very hard day and night to put together this excellent offering. As a part of our knowledge exchange, we have worked together to ensure that you have a larger number of master classes this year. So some of the greats from the world of cinema are coming down to Goa to share their wisdom, to share their experience with delegates. And I would like to use this platform to invite all delegates to make utmost use of this opportunity. This year, for our student friends who are not able to participate in the film bazaar due to cost issues and other things, in a small way we started this year with a collaboration with FTII, the Film and Television Institute of India. So they will be running 3 courses during the film festival. There will be a course on acting, there will be a course on screenplay writing, and there will be a course on film appreciation. We created classroom infrastructure for them, and depending on the response that we receive in the film festival, we will also consider opening up a dialogue to try and see how we can have a year-long engagement so that it contributes in a way to the development of a serious interest in cinema, because Goa has a very strong tradition of cinema going back if one goes into the cinematic history. So this is what we have. We have help desks everywhere. Our Twitter handle is extremely active. If there is any problem anybody faces, please tag us on Twitter and we will be there to respond to you. I don't foresee any problems per se. We have a dedicated food village, which again has been a sponsorship deliverable. So we've tried our level best. We've been very, very successful in raising sponsorships both in cash and in barter. And we hope that with every passing year, we're slowly able to wean off this festival from government funding and then put it on a largely self-sustaining platform. With these words, I'd like to thank once again Mr. Manish Desai, who will be heading the PIB team. He's been working very closely with us, and I must thank him for his excellent leadership and for ensuring that
Ira Joshi is also here.
Madam
is also has come.
So I would like to thank him for his tireless efforts. And once again, I welcome everybody and hope we have a great festival and celebrate the Carnival of 47.
Yeah, the floor is open for discussion, but one by one, we may begin now.
Regarding the permanent facility for the International Film Festival, you see, we are looking at several models around the world to see how we can build this permanent infrastructure, because this is going to be a project with a tentative investment of about 1,000 to 1,500 crore rupees. And naturally, when project of this size comes in, there will be a very long concession period. Because if you take any good film festival around the world, take the Cannes Film Festival for instance, the kind of infrastructure that they've been able to build comes at a cost. So we are looking at seeing how these models can be used to sync in with Goa emerging as an event destination. You must bear in mind that in the last 1.5 years, Goa has successfully hosted 2 large international events. One is the Defense Expo and recently the BRICS Summit. So this shows that we have the capability and we have the settings, the ambience for hosting such kind of summits. Eventually we should become like the Davos of India. We should be hosting all G20 summits. Every summit that happens in India should ideally be hosted in Goa, because it's a huge revenue generation for the local economy. So that requires us to create permanent infrastructure. So therefore we need to study models around the world. You have models which are convention centers based in the United States. You have a European model. You have Chinese models. We need to see a model which is more suited to us, which is scalable, which is flexible. That's presently under study. But we are committed to land is available, land is already in our possession. The model has to be fine-tuned. So there is a adequate amount of research going into that. And we are committed to building a permanent venue by 2019 to coincide with the 50th year of the International Film Festival. This project will be done on a PPP basis.
Yes, we can take a question from there, behind.
No, I think
No.
he was
Yes, to take on from the same question, you mentioned a figure of 1,000 to 1,500 crores. That is really mind-boggling. This excludes the land cost.
No, actually land cost will be capitalized into that's the government contribution into the project.
But have you done a study, a project report, and somebody...
Project report is under preparation. I'm just giving you tentative figures. See, when you're building a convention center, we're looking at a convention center which can host about between 6,000 to 8,000 people. So when you're building a convention center of that size, you naturally need to have indoor-outdoor exhibition spaces. You need to have allied facilities. So you need to have a multiplex which has about 12 to 15 screens. You need to have a large grand hall where you can have the opening ceremony or the closing ceremony. So there will be a lot of other verticals that will be built into this. The idea is to make it an entertainment hub. And it serves 2 purposes. One, it becomes a family destination. Secondly, it also becomes a MICE destination. Goa receives a lot of MICE tourism every year, whether it's events, it's conferences. In the month of November, recently you had a Gartner event in Goa. It's a very prestigious event, it happened here. So I think we need to build facilities which can accommodate larger events. Today all large events are moving, and events which are India-centric are moving to places like Abu Dhabi and Dubai because there is no convention facility available in India. So I think that is the larger. This also has a long-term impact in the sense that when you become a MICE destination, you kind of insulate yourself from the vagaries of seasonal tourism. So if a market crashes somewhere, for example, you're not affected much because you have a very robust pillar on which your tourism industry is.
Celebrities, the film personalities that should be visiting this area.
Yes, very important. We will pass on a list 1 day in advance to PIB of all red carpet, entries, all celebrities walking the red carpet.
Yeah, red carpet information will be shared. Yeah, because
1 day in advance. So I think
Senthil?
For tomorrow, actually, as I had already said, the chief guest of the event is Sri Ramesh CP. We have some guest of honors, some more special guests, including a guest of honor, Sushant Singh Rajput. We will also have Prasanjit and Gautam Ghosh, eminent director and actor from West Bengal, whose film Shankachil is being screened at. We have the cast and crew of the Sanskrit film Rishti, who will be there. And we also have a large number of international celebrities, which include the LTA, which is the LTA awardee, and Mr. S.P. Balasubramaniam. And the entire cast and crew of the opening film will also be present. We will share with you a complete list of the people who are here through PIB, who will be here for the opening ceremony, which includes the Vice President, former Vice President of Oscar Academy, will also be attending our festival tomorrow. Venkaiah Naidu sir is inaugurating the festival, so he
He'll be there, yeah, of course.
Mention his name.
No, at press conference I had already said that the opening remarks it was already made.
Yes.
नई फिल्में नहीं है तो उसको मापदंड के अनुरूप नहीं है या कोई खास वजह?
No, we had some entries from Pakistan for the selection process. Last year we had a Pakistani film selected, but this year our privy committee had decided that the film was not up to the mark.
Yes.
If you have increased the number of films, then why you have reduced the days of showing?
No, it's not. We just thought that the programming has to be more content. Generally, when we do a 11-day festival, every festival evolves over the years. When in terms of programming, we feel that there is a slack in attendance. We stretch it for 11 days. So guests generally try to come in for a package of 3 or 4 days and then go out. So we would like to see that we give them a 4-day package sort of thing, so that they stay in the 9 days. And within those 9 days, we have ensured that we have the same number of films, or in fact more number of films. We have dropped some sections which had actually seen low which were not according to the programming format, and we would try to introduce new sections also. So the programming has been reworked. So with the same number of films, no reduction films, we would try to readjust some of our screening schedules. Like instead of putting the same film in 2 big theaters, the repeat shows have been reduced to a smaller theater. We have tried to, thanks to ESG, we have had some additional facilities. We have come up with some additional rooms. So now we can take out some of the master classes which were earlier happening in Mechanism. So that has given us some additional screening space. So all that we have worked out, and we have ensured that the programming content remains the same, and the quality of the content also is definitely going to be higher than last year. In addition to that, I must also tell you things just being worked out. Yesterday we finally have a confirmation. We will also be having a virtual reality zone in our upper floor, where we plan to have the film lovers can have a glimpse of the Bahubali team is coming with a virtual reality zone up, which will be on for the next 7 days whenever they turn up. They promised that they will come in on the 20th. So then we will have that zone running through the day, where people can have a virtual reality experience of the Bahubali 2 film. And apart from that, we also have workshops where people will be able to see, get a glimpse of the virtual reality technology. We have one session focused only on virtual reality. We have 3 master classes by Prime Focus, the boss, one of the biggest Indian companies, which is actually now the world leader in special effects technology. We have their creative heads from the United States coming, and the head of the Prime Focus, Mr. Amit Malhotra himself, is coming, and there will be a big 3 session with them, which will give our filmmakers and film students here a glimpse into the best of special effects technology that is being used in the world today. So that way, the masterclass, the programming is done in such a way that we believe film screening along with skill building, so that our film industry also grows as in tune with the world's cinema. So the idea is that, and I think hopefully all the film registered delegates will enjoy this festival.
Yeah.
It is a permanent feature, 9 days festival.
As I said, every programming, every festival sees how the program goes. So we will see how good it is this year. If the response is fine, or if it has to be done more, we will definitely do it.
Yeah, Dastidar.
Yeah,
1 second.
I just have a few points, please bear with me. First is congratulations. The best of world cinema built up over the last 4 years is continuing. One. Second is affecting all of us here. If the word press be embedded on this green background, because the bouncers and the private security guards, they are unaware of the different color schemes.
Ramesh, I think
It's going to start from tomorrow. So they have been briefed. In fact, green cards are issued only for press.
That you and I know, and all are highly educated people, but the bouncers and the security guards, I've been tackling them in Goa for the last 15 years, so I'm a sufferer.
Yeah.
Third point is, you got a great film, the film from the Philippines, Love Diaz. It runs into a little over 8 hours. Could a special press screening be arranged this afternoon, either 2:30 p.m. or 3 p.m. or 3:30 p.m., 4 p.m., so that we can see the film and go around midnight? We don't stand a chance in the normal schedule.
Okay, we will just check out.
You still have time. The print is here.
Definitely we will consider it. Actually, we had 2 preview screenings yesterday. I don't know how many of you got to know about
I
it.
was there.
So
I watched the
he went.
notification.
We had.
Interest and digging out good
No,
cinema.
we actually took it as a last minute. We just wanted to try the laser projector and wanted to give a small glimpse of what it is about. So we will try if it is possible. Technically, we will work because the jury screenings also have to start today. So I'll have to check whether the technical team is fully prepared. No,
Not being done in the big color one.
no, but the manpower also has to be deployed. So we'll have a look at it. Definitely, we'll consider it.
Yeah. I think you have got a question for Mr. Talak. We will come to you next. Sagar.
As far as the opening film is concerned, we've learned from last year. We are trying to duplicate the same experience that we have done. We are planning to screen the opening film in all the screens, both in Inox and in Kala Academy. So the same. Opening,
simultaneous show.
Simultaneous show. It will start a bit late. The opening film starts in the Kala Academy, and after 15 minutes, it will be there in the other theatres. So people who don't get passes need not worry. You can watch the film in any of the other auditoriums in Inox.
Kala Academy is only for the invites, and the rest will be open for
all delegates.
Overall, Saloni family, you are having the beautiful theatres in and around the Goa. That is one is Madgaon, Honda, then Sakli. This beautiful theatre. Are you going to use this for the weekly program?
for this. No, but we have a screening for non-delegates. We have screening for non-delegates all around Goa. As I mentioned earlier, it has already, I think yesterday I announced about the screening, because Ravindra Bhavan won't be sufficient, that Margam. And it's already booked for many theatre shows. So we have all public screening, mobile screening, where at least 4,000, 5,000 people can watch cinema. So we have around 20 places, 10 in North Goa and 10 in South Goa for non-delegates. We have a package from Maharashtra Chitrapat Mandal also. We have 10 Marathi cinemas and some Konkani cinemas will be shown all around.
And I would also like to inform you that this time we will have our open air screenings on the Miramar beach, and we have really big blockbusters being screened there. So all the general public can also enjoy these blockbuster movies on the beach. It's if you want, I can read out the schedule of movies. It's
they are part of these blockbusters are part of these screenings which are happening. It's not that it's a different
it's all, it's like Sairat, Bajirao Mastani, Magadira, Airlift, Natsamrat, Sultan, Sholay on the last day. So it's all big blockbusters. We wanted to give the public because open air screenings generally are enjoyed when you have mega action films. So you will really enjoy these films.
Yeah,
and,
just a second. Yeah, go ahead. You have got a question, please? Yeah, after that, Harshada. Yeah.
Regarding the international production movies, last year we were not scheduled properly because we are finding it difficult to go for the shows.
No, I think I don't know whether all of you are aware, our schedule is already on the website for the first 4 days.
The hard copy is available, being distributed from the Kala Academy camp.
So we've already issued the first till around 24th we've already issued. So the second round also most probably we are trying to release it by today evening or tomorrow by evening.
Another question is regarding what is the we have another Sanskrit movie for the Indian Panorama.
See, the opening film of Indian Panorama is decided by the jury. We do not intervene in it. We have an eminent jury. This time the Indian Panorama jury was headed by Sri Rajan Singh Babu from Karnataka, eminent filmmaker from Karnataka. And the jury actually decides on the opening film. So they see the entire crop of films that are there, and based on that they have chosen Ishti as the opening film.
Where it is available, all the hard copies, because at least earlier when there was a separate enclosure for PIB, 2 days in advance we used to get. Now here, your PIB was not in existence. Today only it has come in existence.
when some new things are made, there's a little bit of difficulties, but kindly bear with us.
It's
I think
just a
they're already in
transitional
place.
phase.
So yeah, but I think now the facility that you have is going to be on for the next 2 years, 3 years till we move to a permanent complex, and I'm sure all of you will agree that this is definitely many times better than what we had there.
Yeah, at least space-wise, I mean, this is much better. Harshada, you have a question, please.
Rajan, I got one question. I got to know that the central had asked you to cut down the budget on the film festival, and that's the main reason you're cutting off the days also. So how it's true or what?
Let me tell you, there was no budget cut. It was totally a programming decision. A programming decision taken to see that there is a very good festival for all the delegates who register with us. So there is definitely, in fact, the budget I think has been stretched beyond what we had actually provisioned for. And I must thank the Goa government for actually going beyond their resources to get support us.
Why central did not provide actual budget? Only 4 crores were provided by the central government. Such large event taking,
See, there is-
Indian event taking place, 4 crores are provided.
It is not about 4 crores. Let me
It is state government which had to put 13 crores in there.
Just leave it.
see, as part, there is an MOU existing between Entertainment Society of Goa and the Ministry of Information Broadcasting through Directorate of Film Festivals. And there are certain components of the festival which the Goa government has to bear the cost of, and the components of certain components of the festival are borne by the Government of India. So we have ensured that this time both of us have stretched our limits beyond what we have actually budgeted for, and we have each one is meeting the obligations as per the MOU. So we will everybody. So it is a clear-cut MOU arrangement which was done earlier, and as per the MOU arrangement, we have been provisioning for the budget.
Yeah, now the last question, Siraj.
Senthil, the number of films increasing obviously might mean that you will have to reduce the repeat screenings, because that's the only way you can increase the number of films.
No, I told you already, we have not reduced. Last time we had some sections which we have dropped. I should also inform you, one of the sections that we have dropped is the Northeast cinema section, which we used to do a special package here. But as part of this, we have actually now started a new initiative this year. After this festival is over, we are going to take a small chapter of what we call the IFFI chapter of the Northeast. We are organizing some special screenings in Manipur this year, this will be a IFFI chapter which will travel to the northeastern states, where we will be showcasing selected cinema from International Film Festival of India and the Indian panorama films. So there has been one segment drop. Then there are some sections which we have reduced the number of films on that section have gone down. So accordingly, we have made an arrangement so that we have the same or at least the equivalent number of repeat screenings. The second thing is, as I had already told you, based on our last year ticketing pattern, we have actually shifted some programs out, because now earlier we used to do masterclasses, everything. The workshops also were there. So we have moved those two venues have changed. Basically, I am using this place as for the press conferences. So the press conference hall has become my workshop hall. So I have space there. Then we have done as usual black box. So everything, the number of venues available for other events have increased for me. So we have tried to reduce on that and accordingly use the screens so that we will have all the delegates will get to see the best of cinema.
Yeah, just a second.
And we've also introduced.
Abbas Kiarostami's unit of family attending.
We are working on it. We will get back to you. But as Sir said, we have also introduced a late night 12 o'clock screening. So I would advise we could also enjoy late night screenings.
Nightlife. Yeah, I'll just make a small announcement about these things. Already 298 media persons have been accredited for the IFFI 2017. No, not delegates. I'm just talking about the media arrangements. For tomorrow's inauguration, we will ensure that, like every year, each organization gets one card, because we need, since the number is very high, we need to ration on that. The inaugural function will be telecast live on Doordarshan. Doordarshan's transponder details will be given to you. Downlink details will be shared with you. Of course, the TV channels, the local TV channels, the cable news channels are welcome to cover the red carpet area. Television channels will not be allowed inside the inaugural venue, and limited number of photograph positions will be available, around 20, because of the space constraint. That again, we will ensure that organizations get representation, and of course news agencies get a priority in this because they cater to a lot of these things. Today, the press cards, whose press cards are already ready, are being distributed at the center itself. I think by evening, I think this will be security cordoned off, right?
Yeah.
Once this area gets security cordoned off, the distribution will move to, maybe we will move to the Kala Academy, the centralized distribution, these things.
We have an ASL today, Advanced Security License,
Just make one more.
just one day before the festival. It will be a final briefing, so you will not be stopped by any bouncers or security guards. The green card is a green signal. So therefore, let proof of the pudding lies in the eating. So just give us another 24 hours.
Yeah, but sure, just two small points. The press kit, it has been given, rather the catalog kit, etc., it has been given to the non-press delegates. And we are in uncertainty when it will be delivered to us. So do we have to queue up tomorrow morning?
No, that, we will just ensure that, everybody gets a press kit. We are just working on that, exactly.
Secondly, it is the ticketing at the counter, and press tickets, and that will, today, tomorrow and day after formula, that will start off from when? That is crucial. It normally begins on the 21st, the day of the festival. Proper.
We'll ensure that, see, from tomorrow, my venues become open for delegates. Okay. Normally what used to happen is that this venue used to open up for delegates only on the 21st. Now, because of the decision to parallelly screen the opening film in the 4 auditoriums of the Inox Theatre, therefore this venue will become open for delegate access by tomorrow in the evening. So therefore, I will instruct our ticketing teams to put arrangements in place so that people are not deprived of.
Tomorrow from what time? Because none of us are inside this.
I agree. So what we will do is so it's not possible for me to communicate with everybody. What I will do is I will pass on this information
To us.
PIB, and PIB will then bounce it off to everybody.
Total number of delegates registered for this.
Total number of delegates registered are roughly speaking around 7,000, out of which delegates who have already paid their delegate fees are ranging between 5,000 to 5,500. We are expecting in the next 2-3 days, because normally people want to see the screening schedule, this, that, the other. So I expect that this number will go up by another 1,050.
What is the capacity for opening ceremony?
The capacity for the opening ceremony, I think all put together, we should have seating for about 6,500 to 7,000 people.
In that case, you can give pass to every media person.
I leave that decision with PIB.
What time is the opening ceremony?
Opening ceremony started at 4 o'clock. And it will start at 4 o'clock. So we are not moving on.
Yeah, I think, the festival director has got another important announcement to make. This is about the National Film Heritage Mission exhibition. Zantil, you would like to say something about it?
Just as last year, the National Film Archives is collaborating with both ESG and our DFF to organize an exhibition here just in front of the Inox festival complex. This time the festival will be focused on the theme of 70 years of Indian independence and cinema. So the exhibition is going to be a multimedia experience for all the people who would like to visit that exhibition. As a special effort, last year it was within the Inox complex, so general public would not visit it, but I would like you to kindly, through your articles, highlight this exhibition, which even the general public can visit, which is part of the High Street Goa. So it would be a good experience for them to also see both the history of cinema and also get to know what the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting is doing under the National Film Heritage Mission to preserve India's cinematic heritage. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Rajendra ji. Thank you, Amey ji. Thank you, Senthil. And thank you all for coming for this curtain raiser press conference. Please join for tea, and then, the work begins. Thank you.